Is vital to the island's ecosystem through pollinating plants and controlling pests, but experts say that it has become endangered due to snakes and litter left by tourists. And that's your latest news update at 4 minutes past midday. Sport, and in soccer, Republic of Ireland manager Heimir Hallgrímsson says it was vital not to lose their opening World Cup qualifier. Second half goals from Evan Ferguson and Adam Ida helped his side recover from going 2-0 down to rescue a draw with Hungary at the Aviva Stadium. Hallgrímsson was disappointed by their first half showing, but he feels they can take heart from their response by conceding twice early on.
I think we had 40 crosses in the game, so we should have done better with all those crosses, but in the end, we threw everything at them. So, yeah, it was positives and negatives, but more positives, I would say, after the game than negatives. But we definitely respect the point.
Northern Ireland look to make it back-to-back wins in Group A when they come up against Germany in Cologne this evening. In golf, Shane Lowry has bogeyed the first hole of his final round at Golf's Irish Open to slip back to 5 under par. France's Adrian Sadlier is the main man to catch at the K Club at 15 under. 2016 champion Rory McIlroy will tee off from 11 under par this afternoon. In rugby, top spot in Pool C is up for grabs when Ireland take on New Zealand at the Rugby World Cup this afternoon. Both teams are already through to the quarterfinals, and Ireland are again without star forward Yves Buefer. Kick-off in Brighton is at 2:45. In tennis, Spain's Carlos Alcaraz will hope to maintain his good record against Yannick Sinner when they meet in tonight's men's final at the US Open Tennis. He's won 3 of their 4 meetings this year, including victory over the Italian in the French Open decider. Aryna Sabalenka has defended her women's singles title with a straight sets victory over Amanda Anisimova. The world number 1 got past the Wimbledon runner-up in 6-3, 7-6 in the final at Flushing Meadows. And that's your latest news and sport at 6 minutes past midday.
And we're back. Whether it's back to school, back to college, or getting back into the groove, discover Centra's simple savers with great offers. Like Centra Fresh Hour Sirloin Steaks 2-pack 400 gram, only €8. Selected Fitzgerald's Bagels 5-pack, €1 each. And Lions Tea 40 box, only $1.50. Centra. Live every day.
Your voice, your station on Highland Radio.
Hello, 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 and a very good afternoon. You're very welcome along to a very special Sunday afternoon here.
Your voice, your station on Highland Radio.
Different for me, of course, normally broadcasting 9 till 12 Monday to Friday, but we are Vintage Club in Greenford. We're on air until 2 o'clock. We've got a load of guests for you to meet. And by the way, if you want to say hello to anyone here at all, our lines are open for your requests and dedications. 086 60 25,000 is the WhatsApp and text number. If you're listening in London and you want to say hello, 00353 86 60 25,000, or give us a call on 07491 25,000. We are outdoors, literally outdoors. The gods have shunned down on Tiny Vaughan and the crew here because looking at the weather forecast Monday through Thursday, it looked like we were going to get cloud, we were going to get rain. But as it turns out, the sun is out and no rain forecast. Hopefully not anyway, because as I say, we're outside. The starest show up on the stage today is going to be Derek Ryan. He joins us now. Derek, how are you?
I'm very well, thank you.
Good to have you with us, okay. Our engineer will look after that. Come here, Derek, what time are you up on stage at?
I'm on stage at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
5 to 7, so looking forward to it. We were here a couple of years ago. It was a massive crowd and great weather as well back then, so it's going to be a big one today and a hot one, but we're looking forward to it.
How's your summer been? I mean, you're always flat out, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, it's just been crazy busy. August is probably our busiest month of the year, really. All the great festivals. We played some fantastic festivals in Donegal, in Ramelton and Clonmany and places like that, and just all over. It's just been great. But yeah, this is kind of, I suppose, the last one now, the last festival, and we're going out in a high.
Yeah, indeed. Come here. I mean, obviously you're known as a prolific songwriter, but also one of the country's biggest performers. How do you balance sort of your time between the songwriting, which I would suggest where the money's at.
Well,
no, not exclusively, but you know what I mean. You've a lot on.
Yeah, I suppose. Look at it. You want to be out as a singer. You want to be out touring as well. You know, that's where it's at. You know, performing your songs for people live and getting that reaction. You know, there's nothing like it. But yeah, I think as your career progresses, you really have to make time for the creative side, the writing side, and the recording side. And I literally just slot in days in the diary where I just
the Derek side as well. You have to leave space for yourself.
Oh yeah, you do. Yeah, and you have to keep fit, and you have to try anyway. Do your best.
Exactly.
And just. Yeah, it's good to have a good balance between life and work, like anything really, I suppose.
On the outside looking on, it looks like the music scene in Ireland, and of course when you guys travel over here, is as big as it's ever been. Is it like that?
Yeah, it is. I mean, we're as busy as we ever were, especially with concerts now. We're doing a lot of concerts, a lot of festivals. I developed a songwriter show, which is a kind of a stripped back intimate gig with 3 of us, and that's going really well as well. We did 4 sold out shows last weekend, so there's lots going on, and obviously our dances as well, so there's kind of like 3 or 4 different types of gigs that we do. And look, it's just the diary is crazy busy, but look, that's what you want, you know.
Yeah, of course, because we seen the other side of it, didn't we, a few years ago? We won't mention it, but you know. Yeah, there was none of it, so we'll take it when it's going.
Yeah, exactly.
And you have to look ages ahead, don't you? I mean, 26, you must have a pretty fair idea what you're doing already, and trying to squeeze bits and bobs in here and there.
We're booking festivals already for the summer next year, and we also have a trip to the sun. We go out to the Beat in the Heat in Spain in May, and that's pretty much sold out now. Just a few places left in that, so all those things are planned way ahead. But yeah, and obviously, as I said earlier, I do get time for myself as well, and a nice balance. You know?
And are there many shows like this, Derek, whereby, you know, like a little later on, you could be in Clonmany, or you could be in Leitrim, or you could be in Roscommon? You know what I mean? Sometimes you have to pinch yourself and remind yourself where you are. Are there many shows like this left?
Well, you know, it's always a special feeling for me to come back, because I lived in London for 7 years, and I actually gigged in a lot of pubs very, very close to here. And sometimes there wouldn't be too many people listening to me, if anyone, maybe the barman. But so it's always a bit surreal for me to come back to London, especially to big crowds like this. But to answer your question, yeah, look, there's lots of festivals. We were in Wexford last night. We travelled through the night actually. So I'm going to head somewhere to lay my head down for a few hours before we gig.
Well, that's it. I'm not going to hold you on much longer. But come here. Of all the songs you've wrote and have been recorded by others, which one would give you the biggest buzz when it comes on the radio or comes up in your Spotify playlist? Or
yeah, it depends really. I suppose. Look, for myself, I suppose there's a few songs along the way, but the way I am for the Tumbling Paddies, I co-wrote that with Gareth.
Did you write that? You were
co-wrote it with Gareth.
Cracker,
that's probably, you know, my most successful as a songwriter really for other artists. You know, I mean, it's been played in nearly every pub in Ireland.
But it's just there forever now.
It's one of
those it's an instant standard.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends.
That's the right phraseology.
Pubs out in, you know, Lanzarote and place, and they tell me that it's requested every night. You know, so it's one of those songs, and I'm just proud that I was involved in it. You know, so I produced it for the boys as well. So look at. There's plenty of songs there that I've written, you know, but that's probably stands out.
Our own Daniel, God's Plan as well. That's a cracker.
Yeah, and I wrote a song for Philomena as well, Philomena Begley. When she launched her autobiography, I wrote a song to go along with that, and that was a big hit for her as well. And so lots of different ones along the way.
Yeah, it's a brilliant talent to have. Listen, we'll let you get on and catch up on your shut-eye, because it's been a tight weekend. Thank you so very much. That's Derek Ryan, a class act, of course. He will be performing live here in Greenford on the London Irish Vintage Club stage, which is behind us. And the man behind all of this is Brendan Tiny. No, that's my fault. Sorry, because they've switched mics, Kevin. That's perfectly my fault. Give us a 1-2 there, Tiny. No, another one. Okay, right. I have you now. How are you? 1 second now. Just give him Derek's mic there, if you don't mind. We'll sort that out in a second. Come here. So this is the culmination of it all, Tiny.
Martin Lavelle's yard there, and there was a great turnout of trucks and lorries and cars and tractors. A great show altogether. Fair play to them.
Tell me what, and apologies for the bit of feedback at home, folks. We just have just to switch the mic around. It's my fault. What is this show? What when you decided to try and do something like this, what were you trying to do?
You know, we didn't honestly know. When I started it, I said to Tony McGovern, first of all, I says, Tony, I was thinking of starting a vintage club. He says, would you be interested? Now, since we started, poor Tony passed away 2 years ago, and we always think about Tony McGovern at this time because we miss him, and he's not at it. He was from County Leitrim, so he was, you know, and he was a great man. I have vast in County Leitrim.
We talk about this event a lot, and sometimes maybe our listeners might be forgiven for thinking it's the sort of Donegal London event, but it's not. There's people from all over Ireland here.
All over, sure. There are a good few of my old men out at Maple Cross there this morning, flying their flag, and that's what we want them. We want the different counties to come out and show their flag and wear their county tops as well. Even though the Kerry boys beat us, hey, we don't mind what top you wear.
And listen, a big part of this too is the fundraising element, and it must be well over $1 million at this stage, Tony.
It's just past $1 million this year, and we never thought it would reach $1 million.
Yeah,
you know,
because it's such a big figure.
Oh, it's a lot of money, but I mean, we have a good committee, you know, and the likes of Maureen there's always on the laptop because I'm completely.
That's your better half, by the way.
Oh, that's it, Maureen. She's always on the laptop. She's been back in Donegal for 5 weeks, and she was flat out because the programme has to be done. That takes in the vast amount of money that we need to run the day, and it costs well over nearly 80,000 to run today, you know. But we get a queer lot of support here every year from different boys, like Michael O'Donnell from Buncrana. Hi sir, no sir, 3 bags full sir. He phoned me. Michael Big, he's about 4 foot high, and anyway, he phoned me and he says to me, do you want any stuff lifted? I have a lorry available today. I have lorry. I says, I do indeed. I want barriers lifted. He done that, and Michael Fingers O'Donnell from Clonmany, he picked up the Harris Fence panel. Do you know Paul O'Donnell was down here with his forklift? You know, Paul is a big company to run, but fair play to him, he came down here and helped us out as well.
Yeah.
Plus lots of other people, you know, that give us help.
Yeah, for sure. And you say it costs 80 grand. I mean, that's a lot of money, but you're getting a lot for that too by the time you pay performers and set everything up and get what you need from the council and all that kind of stuff.
The council is a big hassle.
Careful now, because you might want to do this next year.
No, because they want too many boxes ticked. If you're back in Clonmany at the Clonmany show, I mean, you know you've been down there. It's a great show, and they wouldn't have as many boxes to tick as we have. You know, it's unbelievable.
Over your left shoulder there, we've got the famous car. You organised a big drive. Leslie O'Donnell, Dennis Ferry, and our own Lee Gooch, raising funds for
3
two
good
families
lads
back at home. And it's found its way here. You said it would be here, and it's found its way here.
Thanks to JD Recovery. He never lets us down. If we want a tractor or anything taken over and back to London or anywhere, whether it's Ireland, JD's there and he'll do it for us.
Yeah. Tickets are still available for that, aren't they?
There'll be a few people going about here with tickets today, you know. But it's great for Zach and Cassie who are suffering for cancer that are undergoing treatment out in Holland, you know.
Yeah. And listen, we talked about the 3 guys, we talked about you as well, but look at the amount of businesses that have backed that, and a lot of that business is over here. The Irish folk, the Donegal folk, when they make it over in England or wherever they are for that matter, but we're in England today, they always put their hands in their pockets too, and 9 times out of 10 they don't want to hear about it.
I got no refusals whatsoever, and there's a man there in Letterkenny, Joe Kelly from County Dry Cleaners. He says I'll put in something and I don't want to disclose because it was a generous donation. Now Joe's a decent man, you know, but not taking anything away from the boys that are in London, all good supporters of the Vintage Day #1, and this here as well, and the Donegal Hospice calendar, that's raised 220 to date, and all that's
€225,000, folks, by the way, isn't it? Yeah,
that's it. And I mean, without their help and support, I couldn't do that.
Yeah,
you know.
So come here. Do you enjoy today?
Don't. No.
Yeah, is that why you go around calling everybody names? Is that why you go around calling everyone names? And don't do it on air.
No, what do you call it? There's other names I can call them. I do that out at Maple Cross. But they know the crack. They know me, and I blackguard and I swear away and everything.
And I'll tell you where we're at, though, and it's always the thing. You've got the weather, because there's going to be a few thousand people come here today that decided to do it this morning at 9 or 10 o'clock when they see the weather forecast. There's barely a breath of air. It's beautiful sunny weather. We've got loads of people coming over from Ireland, from Donegal, and then those living here, they'll come on now.
Of course.
There was supposed to be a tube strike. I think that doesn't kick in till a little later, so
no,
people are able to get in, get in and out.
Of course, and it's always a bit slow from 12 o'clock, but it'll pick up, and this place will be rammed.
Oh no, it suits me. It suits me if it's not too busy.
They're all coming for mainly Derek Ryan. You know, Derek Ryan's a brilliant entertainer.
It's good, isn't it? Yeah.
Oh, great. I must get him to write a song about the Vintage Day.
Aye.
Wonder could he write somewhere?
You had a while ago with Nathan Carter. 1 year he was here. You're nicer to Derek, are you?
I give them all a wee bit of stick. Nathan's a gentleman too, so he is.
Listen, Tiny, might chat to you before the end of the day. Thanks so much.
If I didn't give a bit of stick and abuse to people,
no, I'd be worried about you.
You'd be thinking there's something wrong with me.
Exactly.
I'm getting soft.
Listen, brilliant, Tiny.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. That's Brendan Tiny Vaughan there. You are tuned to a very special show here on Highland Radio. It is not the 9 till noon show. It is a special Sunday show live from the London Irish Vintage Club in Greenford, and we are broadcasting the show live on our social media channels as well, so you can watch the crack. Hopefully that will hold up, and the mobile signal and router signals and all that kind of stuff, but things are working well so far. Right, so if you want to WhatsApp or text 086 60 25000, 086 60 25000, or give us a call on 07491 25000. If you're listening to us anywhere in Britain, of course, 00353 86 60 25000. Now, there are 4 charities that benefit from this charity event as well, and we're going to be chatting to them and getting a sense of what they do and how important the funds are for them. But we're going to go back to studio, take a quick break, and we'll be back in a couple of moments.
Hi folks, Paul McDevitt here, inviting you to join myself and Jimmy Stafford this Monday night for another edition of the Monday Night Sessions. On the show this week, we welcome Church Hill singer-songwriter Gary Mangan, Oval-based folk punk trad band Pluck Savage will also be dropping by for a chat and a few tunes. And from Buncrana, we welcome all-female group Sister Act. So that's the Monday Night Sessions this Monday night between 8 p.m. and 10 p.m. as always, right here on Highland Radio.
Hello, Jedward speaking. Sorry. Edward speaking.
Hey bro, I'm glad you picked up.
Who is this?
It's me, John. I'm literally outside in the landing.
I don't know any Sean. Lose my number. Hello?
Edward, don't hang up. I'm sorry for saying a handyman could fix the gas boiler. Please forgive.
Always use a registered gas installer, or you could risk everything. Find one at rgi.ie.
We all have questions on how to keep our kids safe online. How do I get her to spend less time on her phone?
Where do I even start with all the apps he's on?
How do I talk to my students about bullying and social media?
There are things we can do to support children online. Visit webwise.ie for free advice for parents, teachers and young people.
From helpful guides to talking points on image sharing, gaming and more, visit webwise.ie, helping schools and families keep children safe online. Brought to you by the Government of Ireland.
Attention Donegal, Derry and Tyrone. PD Bathrooms and Tiles are proud to unveil our newest and most stunning showroom in Lisfannon Business Park, Buncrana. Located right opposite the Northwest Golf Course, we offer unbeatable quality and incredible value. For 30 years, we've been the experts in total refits, stocking and serving as the sole agent for many top brands. Visit us today and transform your space with the finest bathroom and tile solutions. Telephone 93 95 884. PD Bathrooms and Tiles, where excellence meets value. Lisfannon Business Park, Buncrana, F93H10F.
Question: how can you save big time on back to school breakfast items? Answer: simple. Just pop into Aldi. There's a whole range of delicious and filling breakfast items to choose from. Like original Irish porridge oats for $1.19 and pure squeezy honey for just $1.69. Plus, our Gronias pancakes are just $1.19. Full marks, Aldi. Good food, good mood. From Aldi, while stocks last.
Okay, you're very welcome back to a very special show this Sunday afternoon. We're broadcasting live from Tyrconnell Park here in Greenford. It is for the 2025 Vintage Charity Day. Now, I've been asked to give a shout out to the folks listening in Downings, Teresa Rogers, Bridie Herity, Nora and Jimmy Shields, and also to Meta Spear Carragart and all the day centre staff in Carragart. They do a fantastic job, I'm told, but I know that anyway. And all to the Vaughans, and that's coming in from Tiny and Maureen, who are here with us as well today. Right, so a lot of today is about raising funds, and there are two fantastic, in fact, charities benefiting. I want to say good morning first, or good afternoon, to Kate Gamble, community fundraiser at St Luke's Hospice, Kenton. Good morning, Kate. How are you keeping?
I'm well, thank you. How are you?
It's great to have you with us. You might just hold that up a little bit closer to you. So talk to us a little bit about the work that goes on at St Luke's Hospice.
So St Luke's Hospice is a local charity caring for people in Harrow and Brent, offering compassionate care at the end of life. So when people are at the local hospital and told that there's nothing more they can do, they are then referred to the hospice, who then will care for the patient and also their family and guide them through this troubled time they're having.
And I suppose it's all about really making people as comfortable and as content as they can be in that difficult time, and not just the people themselves but their families.
Definitely, it's a very scary time for them. They are feeling that there's no more options for them, so we want to reassure them, make them feel as comfortable and give them a dignified death, let them be part of their death and plan it as well as they can.
And like a lot of these initiatives, this really started from within the community, and it's funded for the most part or exclusively?
No, we get less than a third from the government, so the rest is relying on the community really on days like this.
And we know often too, when people are reaching the end of life, often they want to do that at home. You obviously offer in-care support, but in-house support, but also if you can facilitate people at home, you do so as well.
We do, yeah. So we have an inpatient unit which has 12 beds, but we do also care for people out in the community, in their home, which is their preferred place of death. But if they change their minds during that time and want to come into the hospice, they're more than welcome to.
Yeah, there's a lot going on, isn't there, when people are trying to sort of digest that news? It could be spiritual, it could be religious. Neither of those might even be present. You just don't know, and that's why it has to be focused on the person.
Definitely, everybody's different. Everyone's got different circumstances, and being in Brent, it's not the most wealthiest area, so some people are living in quite poor conditions. So we will guide them as best we can.
It must be a very challenging, but also equally, if not more so, rewarding job, because I would imagine an awful lot of it, similar to what we see at home, Kate, an awful lot of the support you get is from families who've been through your services and appreciate the importance of them.
Definitely, I would say I've got the best job in the world. I've been at the hospice for 20 years. My children have grown up with me. They know what the hospice is. They're coming today to help. It really is a family effort. We love the hospice, and I just hope that if I ever need it, that my family will be able to use it as well.
And is it nice that you have days like this that are celebrating the work that you do, supporting the work that you do, raising funds, but also having the conversation as well?
Definitely. I was saying earlier, it's not all about the money for today, it's awareness and hearing people's stories. A lot of people have been touched by hospice care, so it's nice to hear their experiences.
Yeah. Okay, listen, brilliant stuff. Thank you very much indeed for that. We'll be joined by our next guest very shortly.
To see New York skyscrapers, chat the day away in a Parisian cafe, or admire the northern lights. Book now at aerlingus.com.
Did you know you can earn up to €14,000 tax-free if you rent a room in your own home to students? If you're in Letterkenny and have accommodation to rent, maybe a house, apartment, digs or a room, the Students' Union at ATU would love to hear from you. Call 086 77 02 700 or email suwelfare.donegal@atu.ie to have your property added to their student accommodation list.
Imagine if you could test drive everything in life. Marriage, new jobs, even your in-laws. Well, at least with your next car you can. At iMotors, we've been helping Donegal families for over 50 years find quality used cars they can trust. All 100% checked and come with a warranty. Fun for a spin today. Visit us in Letterkenny, Malin Village or at imotors.ie.
iMotors, fearless generation.
I'm Fionnuala Fibre O'Farrell Flynn, racing across the country to keep up with NBI's fibre rollout. Over 50 broadband providers are using NBI's network to bring high-speed fibre broadband to homes across Ireland. So from Ballyliffin to Ballybuffet, homeowners can pick whatever package suits their needs and still get all the benefits of rural Ireland's dedicated fibre broadband network. Connect at nbi.ie.
NBI is delivering the government's national broadband plan.
Another connection. Oh, I knew I shouldn't have worn heels.
Hopefully, yes, indeed. We are back here live from Greenford. An advert fired there. I don't know why. But anyway, here we go. So we were just chatting to Kate Gamble there, community fundraiser at St. Luke's Hospice, Kenton. And we're also joined here by Hannah Babe, who is, and I'm struggling with the wind here, community ambassador with Air Ambulance Northern Ireland. Good morning, good afternoon. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, and talk to me about the work that Air Ambulance does.
So Air Ambulance Northern Ireland is the charity helicopter emergency medical service for the entire region of Northern Ireland. This service is 100% charity based, and what they do is they provide pre-hospital care to people who have been involved in the likes of road traffic collisions, fireman accidents, maybe fall from a height or work accidents. And what they do is they provide all the care to the patient that they need, and then they transport them as quickly as possible to their nearest hospital or wherever is best for them to go.
We've also got the mighty Slim Attraction.
Yeah, time definitely is of an essence. What they use is they have this thing called the golden hour, and their aim is to get that patient to the hospital as fast as they possibly can within that hour, so that they can have the best chances possible.
Yeah, indeed. And you have experience of this yourself,
I
don't
have,
you?
yes.
That's where your passion for this came from. As much as you're comfortable talking about, talk to me about that.
So 5.5 years ago, it was January 2020, I was involved in a road traffic collision with a lorry just about half a mile from my house. I was on my way to university that day, and the weather conditions were poor, and my car slid out onto the main road where the lorry hit me. It's such a surreal experience. You never think it's going to happen to you until it actually does, but unfortunately it happened to me that day, and the Air Ambulance were tasked out to my accident, and only for them. They are one of the reasons that I'm still here today. They were absolutely phenomenal. They worked alongside the medical services, they worked alongside the Air Ambulance, or they worked alongside the Northern Ireland Ambulance Service. They worked alongside the police department and the fire service, and together they were able to get me out of the car as quickly as possible. At that time I was in a lot of pain, and one of the things the Air Ambulance do is they can provide pain relief in the form of IV antibiotics or IV drips for patients who severely need it. And at that time I was in a lot of pain, and I was suspected to have a spinal injury and a head injury, so that is one of the reasons that they were tasked out. So from my accident, from the Air Ambulance took off after my accident, I was at the Royal Victoria Hospital in Belfast in under 20 minutes, which is over an hour's journey from my house if you were to drive it. So one of the things is they get you there as quickly as possible, and they were just absolutely amazing that day. And I never knew at that time that they were a charity-based service until I looked into it after my accident, and I just thought, what a way to help give back to the people who are the reason that I'm still alive here today. So I decided that I would become a volunteer and now a community ambassador for the charity.
So what do you do in your role then? I mean, obviously we're delighted to have you here today, but maybe at home or wherever you are, what does your role entail?
So as a community ambassador, I can do talks, explaining to maybe large groups of people about what the charity does, all about the service, ways that they can fundraise, and then through my volunteering role, we do a number of different events. Like this one here today is amazing, absolutely fantastic. We are attending Tesco's in Northern Ireland next week. They are doing a Red Day, so all the Tesco's across Northern Ireland are fundraising for Air Ambulance. This month, particularly next week, is Air Ambulance Week, and there are a number of events happening. So they've had skydives, they have the Dragon Boat Race, they are also doing Belfast Marathon. There are so many different events, but even the small events such as cake sales or tractor runs and things, every event counts, and we, as a volunteer, we just attend as many as we can.
Yeah, and it's tireless work, isn't it? Because it's quite expensive. It's quite an expensive operation to keep going 365.
Yeah, it is. The Air Ambulance, it does run 365 days of the year from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. and for 1 year's work, for 1 year, the funding is £3 million, which totals to roughly around £8,200 per day, which is a phenomenal amount of money, which has to be raised. So as a volunteer, we want to make sure that those funds keep going so that this life-saving service can keep going.
Yeah, and just like in our conversation with Kate, who's still beside you, Hannah, it's all about fundraising as well, but it's that awareness, and even something as simple as it being a voluntary service. You know, you found that out through your circumstances, and there's going to be people finding that out through this conversation today.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, some of the volunteers that volunteer for Air Ambulance, they are past patients. There are people who volunteer who have also experienced the service. They've maybe had a family member or a friend who's availed of the service, and some of the outcomes are happy, some of them unfortunately are not. And Air Ambulance, being a part of it and hearing other people's stories, hearing people's reasons as to why they have availed of the service, it just makes it all so worthwhile.
All right, brilliant stuff. Listen, keep up doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
You're able to relax today, are you? Or do you have to do anything extra?
We have a stall over here, and we're just raising awareness for the charity and talking about some of the events that we have upcoming in Northern Ireland. So,
all right, so if you are here in London, don't forget to call over and see Kate. And I suppose it's the same for you. Sorry, Hannah. It's the same for you, Kate, as well. Have you got a wee stall here, or what's the story?
Yeah, we have a stall here today promoting the hospice, handing out sweets to kids, and just talking to people about hospice care.
And have you got your kids with you?
They're all coming, yep. Oh, they've all been playing football this morning, so they're all coming this afternoon.
GEA or soccer?
Oh, soccer.
It's okay, it's okay.
Don't hate me.
We are, no, of course not. We're in your backyard. Listen, thank you very much indeed. We really appreciate it. That was Hannah Babe, Community Ambassador with the Air Ambulance Northern Ireland, and we were also talking to Kate Gamble, who is a community fundraiser at St Luke's Hospice in Kenton, one of this year's chosen charities. Thanks, ladies. I really do appreciate your time.
Join me Monday.
You've got experience.
As the Northwest leading
Us Irish like to think we know.
Country Sundays at the Clan. Hi folks. Check this.
Okay, I don't know what's going on back in Letterkenny, but suffice to say, I think that's every advert and every song that was due to be played today has just ran out, but that's okay too. Just to remind you, you can get in touch with us here, even though we are coming to you remotely from London. 086 60 25,000, that's the WhatsApp and text number, 086 60 25,000, or give us a call on 07491 25,000. If you happen to be listening to us in and around London, get your bum down here. It's going to be a fantastic day. It already is, and it's filling up really, really nicely. We have the 2025 Vintage Charity Day, of course, and we're live from Tyrconnell Park here in wonderful London. And I must say, and I don't want to be blowing my own trumpet or anything, but the weather is absolutely fabulous here. I'm going to be joined by my next guest very shortly, by the way. I'm just waiting for that information to be handed to me. Shannon, do you have those details? Because we have some amazing guests coming up over the next wee while. We're going to be speaking to other charities that are benefiting from today, and we're also going to be talking to more musicians and more people from Donegal who's over for a visit. Right, Sheamus Carr is the Donegal London Person of the Year. Well, he's getting it in November. Good morning to you, Sheamus. How are you keeping?
Not so bad at all. Thank you very much.
We've got the levels there. Listen, congratulations to you on this recognition. How does it feel?
I was shocked, Greg, to be truthfully honest with you, because I didn't expect it at all. I think, to be honest with you, I have to say that I don't deserve it. There's a lot more Donegal people here in London who have done a lot more than me, but I would accept it on behalf of the family and my wife, Breach, God rest her. Yeah, Yeah, it started a good while ago, I suppose. I was just after my granddad came home from Butte, Montana when he was 12, because granddad had only 2 years to live. He got yellow fever in the tunnels, and Dad grew up in Carrick, and then he went to university in Dublin, became a teacher, and he moved on from there to teaching in Glenfarne, where he taught for 2 years. In there, when he was in Glenfarne, he became secretary of the Leitrim County Board, and he met Mum there, and Kathleen Carr or Kathleen McGlone from Kinlaw. And after a few years, they got married, and they moved back to Carrick in Donegal, where we were all brought up. My twin brother Patrick and my sister. Noel was next, and then Maureen and Anne. Excuse me. And we went from there then to.
Well, before you skip on to that, I want to know what life was like in Carrick for you.
It was very, very enjoyable, to say the least. We were the only twins in the village, and we caused a lot of problems, to be truthfully honest with you. And the only thing we had an interest in was football, Gaelic football. Seeing that Dad was involved there in Leitrim, and then when he came back to Donegal, he became chairman of the Donegal County Board for 1 year, and from there we went and we went to school then to college, and I didn't last too long in college, now, to be honest with you, but I went to Sligo there. That's another story for another day.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of books in you, Sheamus.
And Falcara College, and I would like to say to all those who are still alive from Falcara College, say hello to them all.
You skipped over playing for Donegal as well.
No, that was no.
That was 79, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was. We started playing with Donegal. We started on the 14s with Niamh Columba, Glen Columkill, and we won it. We won it in the second time it was ever won in Glen, 1968, and then we won the junior in 1975, and then we won the senior championship for the first time ever in 1978. And in the meantime, we were drafted into the county team, into the county panel, and. I stayed there for about 3 years. My twin brother stayed on longer, and he won an Ulster medal in '83, but I had left by that time, and we were beaten in the Ulster final in '79. And at the time we were playing the All Ireland Gaeltacht in Glen, and we won that, and that's where I met up with Breach Eggery.
Brilliant.
Sorry.
I was going to say then, was it a big pull for you to move over to London? Because that was around, it was about a year after
that's
that,
right.
wasn't it?
It was 2 years after that, because my mum had passed away. Dad passed away. He got a stroke when we were 15.
Oh.
That was hard going, and he never spoke again. Mum kept him alive for 8 years, and then she passed away 12 months later after that. So it was tough that time. After that then Maureen was my sister Maureen went to college, went to convent in Letterkenny, and Anne, my sister, went to Milford, and Noel then went to Bundoran, and Maureen is a Gaelic school teacher in Manor Hamilton, and Anne's a nurse in Derry, and Noel's retired from Donegal Woolen Products.
Brilliant stuff. So you're a family that travelled far and wide, some within the country, some outside of it. When you came over here, how did you get your start, or how did you get your foot on the ladder? Because your wife stayed working in Dublin, did she? And you came over to sort of, I suppose, put down the foundations.
Yeah, something like that. I met Sheamus Mahon in Donegal town. He says, I heard you're thinking of coming over. I says, yeah. And he says, well, we made a friend of ours, Franklin from Clare, is starting a big job. Little did we know, we were working for the job. It was a fine job. It was Stoke Mandeville Hospital in Aylesbury. And we went over, and Brendan was there too, and all, Brendan Vaughan, and a few of us. And we were shocked. We were shocked then when we found out that we were working for Jimmy Savile. I was very worried about Brendan at the time, because he was very young and handsome.
No, but that was by happenstance. That was not. Everything came out after the fact. Then, of course,
we didn't know a thing. Yeah. But I was very worried about Brendan at that time.
Would it be all right? And let me ask you this.
Yes.
Was it a thriving time to be working in London?
Oh, it was, yeah. There was plenty of opportunities here and there at that time. I moved into a flat with Tim Kelly.
Right.
And Sheamus Mohan, and Tim was as usual, very generous, no matter where he was. And we stayed there for a few years, and we won the championship for the first time for Tyrconnell Gaels here in London. And then I went out to New York. Then got a call to play out there, so I went out and. To make a long story short, I enjoyed it, and in the meantime, Breach came from, after serving, doing her nursing in the Mater Hospital in Dublin. She got a job in Great Ormond Street Children's Hospital for sick children, and I said, "Come on out for a year out to New York," and we did, and it was going. We had a lovely time out there, I have to say. But the hospital offered her a better job, to be charge of a ward in Great Ormond Street, and we made the decision to come back, and we were very happy with moving back there too, because we knew so many people here also, you know.
You had your family here as well, of course, too. You take a drink of your water there and I'll keep chatting. Sheamus Carr, you obviously then raised your family here. Had your family raised your family here as well?
That's correct, yeah. We had 3, Christina, Anna and Tom. Yeah, and they went to school in Ruislip, and then they went on to a university, and they're doing well. Christina has a wee granddaughter now, which is lovely, Rosa Bridget, and Anna is she's in marketing, and Tom is working for.
It's all right. We'll get that. Sheamus, you know, you're like so many people too from Ireland and particularly Donegal that came over here and did well for yourself, but never forgot where you came from, and that there are maybe others at home not quite as well off as perhaps some over here are.
Yeah, well, that's true. All right, I was very lucky when I got started here, and you just do the same. You're taking over players and getting players to play for Tyrconnell Gaels, but you're also helping to get them a flat or apartment, and to get a job, most importantly. Once they got the job, they would be happy also, and it just took off from there, really, in a way. And I was just doing what everybody else used to do that time when we came over. There was no mobile phones or anything like that, so we just continued on like that, you know. And
now I want to talk to you about your beautiful wife, Breed, because you lost her to ovarian cancer, and unfortunately it wasn't picked up as soon as it could be. But you made a promise to her, didn't you, in relation to obviously your family, but also her condition, the condition that took her from you.
Yeah. Well, that's true. That's true. Yeah. She was cooking dinner one day, and she says, "I don't feel like eating the dinner. There's something not right." And it's one of the first indications. You know, there's a possibility of ovarian cancer. You know, and so unfortunately she was misdiagnosed twice, and just too far gone then, really. And she started chemo, and the first chemo was took it down to minimal amount, but unfortunately it didn't quite clear it. And years in between one treatment after another, and so unfortunately she passed away in October, the 11th of October this year. 11 years
right,
in this October.
Yeah. So it's 11-year anniversary.
Yeah, this October. Yeah,
okay.
That's right.
And you do use your opportunity, of course, and I suppose just to make sure that, you know, I think particularly in the area of ovarian cancer, that you take every opportunity you can to get checked up, but also, and I say this an awful lot on our show during the week too, you know, trust your own body as well. Sometimes we're told one thing and we feel something else, and we just take the good news that everything's all right. But if you think there's something up, you know, get a second opinion, get it double checked. I think it's important.
Without a doubt. The one thing I could say on that, on my own personal side of things, is Breed had passed away, and 2 years after she passed away, I was working at Heathrow Airport, and they said that they were doing a check here for drinking drugs, and they came back and told me to go to my doctor. I had well advanced prostate cancer
okay.
and never found out. So anyway, to make a long story short, I got treatment. So the consultant urologist told me any man over 45, 50 should get a PSA every year.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
just
so
keep an eye on it and get.
So the consultant urologist told me any man over 45, 50 should get a PSA every year.
Yeah, for sure.
You know,
just
so
keep an eye on it and get a base level, because obviously that level can go up and down, but if you get checked once, then you know where you're at.
That's right.
So, in terms of your career briefly, and we do have to move on, Sheamus,
right,
your career in London, talk to me briefly about that career arc and what you were doing.
Yeah, when I came back from New York, I was working with Keeney Construction for a year or two, and then I went back and I joined Tim Kelly with Kelly Communications, and we were doing a main civil job from Slough into Chiswick in London. And then we went from there to my brother was coming back from Chicago. He lived there for 12 years. I wouldn't let him come to New York. We were too alike, so he went there, and we were using a waterproof admixture and carried on from there. But I suppose as life goes, unfortunately, I will go back to Breach.
Of course you can, yeah. Use your time as you wish, Sheamus.
Yeah, well, I would just like to say, on behalf of all the charities we were working for, after Breach passed away, God rest her, we worked, we started, Rosemary Foy from Letterkenny and Mick Foy, the Sergeant Letterkenny. They were very, very good. They helped us start up and continue doing. We said we do work for Breach. Says to me, Sheamus, I want you to do two things for me. look after the kids and highlight ovarian cancer. And I says I would. And from there, Rosemary and I tell you what, Finn Valley Athletic Club, Patsy McGonigal, Grace Boyle and Bridget Doherty were very, very good. We had 4 times we were there for doing the ladies 5K charity walk there, and also we had doing other works with cycle with Tyrconnell Gales members from Rostrevor over to to Carrick across the Ulster. And also from there, then we had a few other charities. But I'd like to really thank everybody in Donegal who helped us on those charity events. And I
want to thank you too for what you did, and in honour of Breed as well. Listen, Sheamus, maybe when you actually receive the award, we might be able to sit down and have a longer conversation. I just wanted to recognise it when we were in your current backyard.
That's all right. Not at all, Greg.
It's been lovely speaking to you. And a big hello to everyone back home.
Yes, indeed. Everybody in Carrick, Glen, New Columba, the whole lot. But I'd like to really thank everybody, Tim and all the people in the Donegal Association here in London and all over for their generous donation to me and to my family. I'll do it on behalf of Breach Carr.
All right.
Okay.
You might get me a ticket.
Oh, yeah, no problem.
That's the wonderful Sheamus Carr there, the Donegal London Person of the Year. He's getting his great award in November. Right, we've got loads more guests coming on the show over the next wee while. We're broadcasting live from London. The Donegal, it's not the Donegal. You see, I keep thinking it's the Donegal, but it's not. It's the 2025 Vintage Charity Day. It's the whole of Ireland, and they're very well represented here. Okay, we're going to take a break, and we'll be back with our next guests in just a couple of moments. Stay right where you are.
This week only, get a free upgrade to Loganair's Fly Flex Fare. Enjoy a larger 23 kilo hold luggage allowance, increased change flexibility, and collect more Avios, all at no extra cost. T's and C's and exclusions apply. Book by 9th July, travel from 1st August. Booking changes may incur additional fees. Book today at loganair.co.uk.
Attention all contractors and defective home contractors. National Fuels Letterkenny is now supplying Semcor cement. From a single bag for the DIY enthusiast to full pallet loads for contractors, all at very competitive prices. Call 074 91 37 400. National Fuels Letterkenny. Also available in our Churchill and Dunlow depots.
With TUI, there's more choice than you think. Beach days or a city break. Weekend in Rome? Booked. Fly from your local airport? Of course. Just a hotel? Got them too. Number of nights? Take your pick. Tailor your trip with more options and more choice. TUI. Live happy.
It's Patrick Feeney here, and I'm looking forward to the Highland Radio Country Music Weekend at the 31st and November the 1st. I'll be on stage along with Michael English, David J. 2 fantastic nights of music and dancing, but spaces are filling fast, so book now at thecanneryhotel.com or highlandradio.com.
Okie doke, you're very welcome back to this very special programme live from London. We're joined in our studio, we're outside now effectively, by Paul Whitnell, President and founder of the British...
When I came over first, I found it difficult to find said organisations, so I took it on myself to actually set one up, and 13 years on now, BITA is an organisation that represents 16 chapters between the UK and Ireland and is now in 13 countries.
And what other benefit to, I presume this is about, is it supporting business?
Someone asked me that at the start, what is BITA? And I said it's people who know people that help people. So it's about people first. Of course it leads into business, and you can do business very well within the community of BITA. But business is done by people anyway. So that's where it starts. It's a great platform of communication. And what we do is we promote better practice within business to be able to help people create opportunities and gain benefits from sharing capital knowledge with each other.
And, when there are sort of geopolitical situations or the likes of Brexit, are you there when the businesses all of a sudden go, right, we need to sort of figure out what's going on, or it could be the tariffs or whatever it might be?
Yeah, I mean, we're apolitical, so first of all, we don't get involved in the politics of things.
So what do you think of Donald Trump then? No, I'm only joking. Carry on. Go on, Paul.
I can answer that, but I won't.
No.
We're apolitical. Again, it's about capital knowledge. It's about sharing that capital knowledge when you need it most. What we do is we find, as a collective, we can be very effective working. We're apolitical. Again, it's about capital knowledge. It's about sharing. As a collective, the community in diaspora in particular, when you leave Ireland, there's a massive change of dynamic. And what we want to do is hone in on that and basically help each other in terms of succeeding.
So say, for instance, there was a Donegal business listening today, and they had plans to maybe expand into Britain or to explore markets or potential locations. Can your organisation, the British Irish Trade Alliance, is that a type of...
Yeah, that's a good example. I mean, we can let them dip their toe in the water without the massive cost of trying to do it and then seeing that they've failed. So if they're looking to understand what opportunities lie in the market and they want to dip their toe in the water, yes, come and talk to us, and we can actually then give them the pathway to be able to discover how to approach a market and how to benefit from a market and create your own opportunities.
How big a part of this whole process is networking?
Networking is very... I hate the reference to networking. Because
I don't have another word, Paul. I don't have another word.
But it unfortunately, it's very important.
Yeah.
It's how you do it.
Yeah.
If you're a giver, you will gain. And that's what we're saying is if you go into the process and allow yourself to get known within the organisation first, then you can actually, look for the information that you're looking for, but build a relationship first, because relationships, it's where it all begins.
Yeah, and I get the impression too, you need to be going into this with a give attitude, not a take attitude, or a combination of the two, if you know what I mean.
That's precisely why I set it up, because there was so many organisations that had gone the other way.
Yeah.
And there wasn't, I was reared from parents that, wanted me to be honest, giving, and care and share for each other. So the generosity spirit is a major part of what the organisation represents. So the giving part is fundamentally the start of the process. Getting to know people, building a relationship, and then asking, the ask in a clear way so people understand what is it you want.
All right, brilliant stuff. And are you off the clock or on the clock today?
I'm on the clock. I'm actually heading back towards Kent. I came up from Kent this morning, but it's great to see the diaspora coming together in this sense. And I mean, the Donegal connection that we have. I was actually up in Donegal last week. I want to say hello to the people in Ballyliffin, the MacDades. I went up and visited them last week, and we had a great up in Clonmany when the festival was on.
Were you doing any excavating up there with your sticks?
No, we weren't. So I'm actually, it was a very difficult journey because I'm on a sabbatical for charity for no drinking for the year. So to go up to Donegal and not have a pint of Guinness was quite a challenge. So but it's a great part of the country, and there's great friends that we have within the organisation in BITA in Donegal.
All right, listen, Paul, thank you very much indeed. It's been lovely speaking to you, and continued success. And also, too, we should say that BITA is continually expanding the network, and if anyone wants to find out any more about it, get in touch with Paul at bita.ie. Sorry, Paul, beg your pardon, go ahead.
Yeah, it's www.bita.ie.
All right, dig around and see what that has in store for you. Thank you very much indeed. All right, you are tuned to a very special show. We're broadcasting live from London, and we've got another hour of fantastic guests, so stay right where you are. But we're going to head back to studio for the news at 1 p.m. Rejoin us after.
Broadcasting throughout the Northwest and across the world online. This is Highland Radio. Togu do Station, Highland Radio.
Live, on air, online and on the Highland Radio app. This is Highland Radio News.